Hey everybody, Charles Calhoun, aka the Shade Tree Pro, here at the beautiful Grand Vista Marriott in Orlando, Florida, where I own and operate my teaching business under the Shade Tree. Once again, I apologize. I know I've been back and forth with the mic because I end up losing my mic. I just crazy. And I told you the other one messed up, so I tried to, it kind of started working for a few days, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And then like I told you all, I end up getting my new one. And then now, I've lost that one. So it's just how it goes sometimes. But my voice is loud enough and it's big enough to get the point across. Hey, people, look, I'm going to continue on this thing about Scotty Scheffler. And Scotty Scheffler's swing is almost like God intended me to talk about this golf swing. Now, I've told you all before, and I'm going to keep saying it loud and proud, that I did send one of my Dead Fingers book to Scotty Scheffler, Coach Randy Smith, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's fire. Let's not forget it. It's fire, because one of the most important things, it guides you to how to release the club once you understand how. Take a good lesson from me and you'll understand that instantly. Well, we're going to talk about something that I heard someone make a comment. Of course, I always got to have my critics, but most of the critics, they don't know anything, like Moore Norman said, they don't know the ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to the golf swing. Well, I saw this thing where Randy Smith had Scotty Scheffler, and when he came over here and he pushed Scotty's hips around and Scotty almost fell over. And I made a comment, no, Randy, don't do that, because you're gonna mess up what I'm about to show you all today. Scotty Scheffler is a top-down releaser. I don't care what you argue, because Scotty Scheffler is a releaser of the golf club. I've said that before and I'll say it again. But as a releaser of the golf club, he's also a shifter. And what I mean by this, I know everybody, and this is why I've talked about the thing about turning the hips, all this, because Scotty Scheffler, from my study of his swing, the essence of his swing is in his knees. And what I mean by that is this, is that being a shifter, because you can see how he slides through there, this leg goes back, what happens is that he's using a principle of what we do when we move sideways. And when we move sideways, if this is my center line, this is abduction and this is adduction. Going away and coming back, going away and coming back. So what Scotty's doing with his knees, people, not so much his hips, because like I said, most people only teach by what they see, not so much is about what they know. When you take the time to look under the hood to see how it's going under the skin, there's reasons why he's doing these things. That's something I definitely would sit down and discuss with some teachers if they want to talk about it. Well, when Scotty makes his swing and he gets up here, you can see it in his action. He's a shifter. And so what's happening is that this leg is abducting, going away, and this one right is abducting, coming in. And then also when he comes down, it's just reversing the role. And why is that, people? Because in a golf swing, we are standing sideways and we are swinging sideways. So the only way that we can move sideways is we have to shift the knees sideways. And in the process of shifting the knees sideways, like this, the body will naturally rotate how it needs to be. Our thing is the best way is to try to restrict the over-rotation. That's why I said, when you get that good abduction, and kind of put them together, get your rhythm, just like that. I mean, that's what Byron Nelson did. That's all he did. That was his rocking chair motion. So you feel like, and you can make a rhythm of it. You can feel like using the inside of your knees. You can feel like when this one goes away that it pulls this one in, and then just like that. You can make a rhythm out of that. And it's there for you to do it. Feel it. And make a rhythm out of it. Feel it. And make a rhythm out of it. The body's going to rotate because the arms is going to make the pelvis girdle rotate. The legs are going to move independently, and all we're trying to do is move sideways. And when you move sideways, like Scotty Scheffler, that's the reason why you see him like this. And the more he keeps swinging and more. And I don't know if he really understands that, because there is an anatomical reason why you do that. And as I said before, if his teachers start doing this, then what happens is going to take this leg, and that leg's going to start coming around that way, and that right there is going to destroy his golf swing, because that's going to make this come out, and that's not going to be a good thing at all. That's why I said when he was doing that, he almost fell over. And that same little rocking chair motion, it's like Byron Nelson, and I figure, you know, he's Scotty being a Texas boy, you know, feeling that. Getting those knees to move in that manner, doesn't matter the shot, you can hit all kinds of shots if you just allow it to basically take form right there and go. Now, you won't see me trying to clear out and do all that. Clearing the hips out and that concept may be one of the worst things you can do in the golf swing. And once again, for all your science guys, there is an anatomical reason why you do not clear the hips out. It's not happening. And if it's and y'all clearing them out, it's only because y'all forcing an action, and why people can't get it, because you're forcing an action that really doesn't exist. Clearing the hips out is just a made-up concept. It is not actually what's happening in the golf swing. And I can prove it. But of course, you know, people are going to run from me. They're going to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because they've been talking about it forever. Well, they've been trying to figure out how the golf swing works forever too. So I'm giving you something here that ain't got nothing to do with clearing no hips or doing none of that. It's got everything to do with how to abduct and bring that stuff and rock them knees and get it feeling so it matches the top down. Remember, I told you all before that the head moves from side to side, which is the arms that's basically moving up, down, and back up. Although, you know, they're going to come around on their own because of the rotation of the body and momentum and all that. And now I've given you the opportunity to match the knees, abduction and adduct, to make them move like that. So when you get that sensation, then all of a sudden you just make your swing once again, and there it goes. People, that's how you swing a golf club. And that action, that works every day, because you are doing exactly what the intention is, which is to move from side to side, because the golf club swings from one side of the body to the other side of the body. The head looks from one side of the body to the other side of the body, and I just matched it up for you. That's part of the top-down swing system and philosophy. That's what I see in Scotty Scheffler's golf swing, and that's another reason why he's going to beat the brakes off of these people, and especially if Randy Smith has taught him my dead fingers grip, y'all don't have a chance. Charles Calhoun, a.k.a. the Shade Tree Pro. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And any of y'all out there know Randy Smith, you know, see if he got that book. Ask him about it. I mean, he's getting closer to God, you know, right now than been here on the heavens, in a sense. You know, we all may be in our own way or whatever, but hey, they didn't had their chances. It's time for some new breeds with some new concepts and new ideas, in a sense, to make what they taught, in a sense, come better to fruition. Like I said, I like what Scotty's doing. He's going to beat the brakes off of these people if he keeps doing that. And as they talked about Tiger Woods' golf swing, I think Scotty Scheffler's swing was made for me, because it ain't no question in my mind, the way he swings it and the way he releases it, that he ain't nothing but top down. Charles Calhoun, a.k.a. the Shade Tree Pro, always good golfing.